Good afternoon and welcome to Apex Racing TV for the Sim Racers Asia GT3 Championship. We're here live from Montreal, and Scott Newton and Smooly Kumo joining me in the comms box. Sorry, Sam, dropped you in that one, didn't I? Right there. So we'll come to you guys in just a little bit. But Montreal circuit, a little bit of a low turnout today. Pretty much everything going on right now as far as sim racing is concerned. We've got the Blancpain GT Pro Series qualifying that's going on at Silverstone, and yeah, good luck to all the drivers in there. They've got about an hour left, I think, of the stint. Maybe not, maybe less than that now. And also got the Visa Vegas e-race that's going on right now as well. So guys are qualifying for that with the chance to win $1 million. And some guys obviously prepping for the iRacing Road Pro Series as well. So a little bit of a low turnout, 13 on the grid, which yeah, that's a little bit of a shame to see that. But hopefully next week, when there's not so much of a clash, then people will be back on the grid. Scott, I believe you've got the championship standings available. Just wonder if you can just sort of run through the top 5 in the classes for me.
Not a problem, Alex. So currently in the lead of the Pro-Am standings at the moment is Anthony Winkelman on 270 points. Second place, Kevin Wang on 250, Mark Burdett 232, and a little bit of a gap to P4, Ayman Hazik on 186, and in P5, running out the top 5 is Alex Cherney on 150 points in the Pro-Am Drivers' Championship. And in the Clubman Drivers' Championship, we got Leonardo Lopez de Oliveira, currently leading that championship on 225 points. Junio Pereira on 189 in second place. Alex Pohl on 158 for third place. Daniel Leet currently on 153. And running up the top 5 in the Clubman Championship is Tim Szymanski on 127 points.
Okay, so Leonardo definitely has his priorities right then. All the Blancpain, things like that, he's here to take the win here. Right, they're starting up on the back straight as well. So quickly run us through the qualifying grid, if you wouldn't mind, Scott, just before we take the green flag.
Yep. Okay, so currently on pole position, Kevin Wang on a 132.369, 1.5 seconds in front of Leonardo Lopez de Oliveira with a 33.8. P3 Yazrin Yali on a 34.0, Junio Pereira, and then Daniel Leet running out the top 5, Federico Texeria P6, Jeffrey Price, Kim Kyung Oh, Simon Hoya Sanchez, Ahmad Nirazam, Matt Szymanski, Hugo Silva Jr. and Adam Utu running out the field.
Yeah, Adam's not taken to the grid, it would appear, so he'll be missing that. So just the 12 to get started. So, and you were saying that Kevin looked very, very quick in qualifying, second a lap faster than everyone else. So we're expecting him, as he takes the green flag, to scamper away here at Montreal. But yeah, you never know what's going to happen in the race pace as well. Obviously, the McLaren's just a little bit tougher on tyres, so the Merc might be able to, and BMW might be able to hold on to him. So Leonardo, of course, wants a good result. Currently set P2, but a Clubman's win, and you know, an overall one wouldn't go too far from getting a massive confidence boost.
Yeah, definitely, especially with
he has a wiggle as well. Sorry to cut you off there.
That's all right. Yeah, just saying that. Yeah, with the confidence boost, if Leonardo manages to take the overall win, yeah, Kevin's actually quite a strong driver in that McLaren, given that he's mainly stuck with that car ever since I've started SRA. So yeah, definitely a massive confidence boost if Leonardo can pull off the overall win today.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen Kevin in anything else, you know, ever. So yeah, pretty at one with that car as well. So a lot of loyalty there, and yeah, you expect a driver who spent that sort of time just to really start to fine tune it, hone his ability, and yeah, it features really strong in all of these races, and already picked up a 1.7 second lead there. So that's massive moment. under braking going into the chicane, the final turn. I don't know if he just caught the grass there or what, but yeah, car was sort of shaking all over the place, wobbling all over the place into that braking zone there.
Yeah, it looks as though that he's either he's just probably got the bias a little bit further back than what he normally did as he entered the final corner there. So yeah, I think Kevin might be running a bit of an aggressive setup, just to gain the maximum amount of time that he can out of that setup.
Just having a quick look at your running order then. So everyone made it through lap 1, which is nice. Obviously when you have a small grid you don't need losing half of it in the first lap. So straight through. Field obviously starting to spread out a little bit, which is kind of what you expect when you get these slightly lower participation races. Does happen, and I think some strategies might come into play a little bit later on. Keeping an eye out really for mistakes. That's where it's going to adjust the sort of the race result here. So, but Leonardo looks like he might have his hands full for the rest of the race, though. The second and third not really put sort of gap in each other at the moment, so could be a good battle for us to keep an eye on.
Yeah, definitely. There was a fairly close battle earlier that I saw, but it might have been a replay. But yeah, as you say, everyone's strung out. That's just that little bit there, and yeah, it'll be interesting to see when everyone pits as well, because the 55% tank limit as well. I would expect anyone pitting around 30 minutes to go, all the way up to about 10 minutes to go. So yeah, we'll just have to see what like how the strategies will play out for the rest of the race.
I wonder what happened to Hugo Silva, Matt Shanowski and co, because they really are quite a way off the pack, and lap time's not that great. Don't know if there was any contact or something like that on the opening lap, but picked back up that time. Definitely some damage on the back of Shanowski's car, so yeah, they've dropped down. I mean, 17 seconds back already, so yeah, mistake for those guys.
Yeah, just having a look at Hugo, and it doesn't appear that he's had any major issues, but it's just mainly the cars around him that have had similar, like small issues. So he's just done a great job of avoiding the cars around him. So hopefully be able to pick up the pace over the course of the race there.
And of course, just to remind everybody as well that the flags at the moment are the club flags that are being shown, not the nation ones. So I'll head on over to the forum and fill in our data sheet, and we'll try and update that. So there's a few that have been done, but I know in a recent series we had to switch it back over to the club flags because no one had. So yeah. But we'll try and get that sorted out for next week. As we'll try and get your streaming machine back up and running, mate.
Yeah, that's it.
Definitely second and third, that's where the battle's going to be at. There's another one for 6th and 7th as well. It seems like if you're in a BMW you can get tucked up close, but it's always difficult to get past, as we're Ahmed here as well, closing in on Kint. Oh, around the outside through the kink. He's going to have it under braking. Tries for the cutback, but not available. Good drive off the corner as well for the 87 BMW there, and he picks up that place. So yeah, up to 7th. So great job from him. Good move. Saw the opportunity. Used the extra downforce in that BMW. Just do the kink to sort of almost keep his foot into it. And yeah, great move.
Yeah, definitely. It's one of the trickier places to pass, especially if you got to get the car straightened up as soon as you brake. So it can be quite tricky under the brakes there. Just trying to make a move, but yeah, great job by Neurazam moving up into P7.
Yeah, looking a bit further back, obviously Hugo trying to get back onto the back of Simon here as well, so just a half a second back. These guys, of course, fell back a little bit earlier at the start. A little bit of damage on the front of Hugo's car now as well. And we do get that around here, don't we, in Montreal sometimes, where the car gets very, very close to the wall. We do get some phantom damage. Of course, we do get some real damage as well. But sometimes graphically it just doesn't quite show right. It definitely looks like he's struggling there. 141 lap time for him the last time by. So, yeah, really, really been huge issues out there. And Machinovsky struggling too. Way down off the pace at the moment, so not an easy track to master. It does really pick up your weaknesses. You have to be pretty much pinpoint accurate going through this circuit just to maximise the speed. And you go getting very close to the wall and again to the grass. So he's using all the track.
Yeah, I think some of the drivers are just using bit of caution to the wind because obviously it's quite a tight street circuit. So as you say, there's not a lot of room for error without the smallest like wiggle can put an end to your race. So yeah, I think some of the drivers might be just erring just that little bit of caution there just to keep out of the walls. But yeah, everyone's doing a great job at the moment.
So Kevin Hung as well up front, just having a quick look at him now. Definitely looks very, very comfortable out there. So car looked very good as well, going through that final chicane, able to get up and use all the curb, and even through the tricky little chicane there, the first chicane. It's amazing actually, those little cuts actually really unsettle the car, and yeah, no such issues. The car looks very, very planted through there. So yeah, great job with the setup for Kevin and his team. And yeah, he'll be happy to be out front and leading this one. It doesn't matter that the participation's down a little bit. You still got to, still got to do the job, and this gives him a good opportunity to get towards the front of the championship.
Yeah, with as you were saying that, yeah, with Anthony Winkelman not here, it'd be definitely a great opportunity for Kevin to jump into the lead of the championship as well. So. Actually, there's not many.
Only one round left afterwards as well.
Yeah, I think it's that Silverstone historic layout. So
oh, that'd be a good one.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, just one round remaining after this one. So yeah, as you say, perfect opportunity for Kevin to jump up in the championship and take the overall lead.
Jeffrey Price in his Audi LMS GT3 closing in on the back of the 76 car out there. So that's the McLaren of Kin there as well. So I think those two are going to come to it. Looking at the lap times, let's see how they are separated this time. So a 137.2 for Kin and then a 136.3. So actually a little bit slower that lap for Price. So yeah, perhaps got into a little bit of dirty air. I know it doesn't affect the GT3s too much. There's still a little bit there, but it's not only the dirty air, I suppose, is it? It's when you get that close. It's just a case of spotting your braking markers and things like that. And with this circuit, it's yeah, it's even more tricky.
Yeah, definitely with Jeffrey being the only Audi in the field today. So yeah, doing a decent job. Currently P9 at the moment, but yeah, it is quite tricky, especially when you're like right up against your car behind with the loss of downforce and inability to see all the braking markers. So yeah, lots of some of the close battles out there, but some of them obviously still strung out.
All of the Audis are at Silverstone at the moment, aren't they? Using its strengths there, the fast direction change, the ability to get out of those sort of medium speed corners extremely well, and get the rotation off the corner of Shanovsky and Hugo having a little battle here into the hairpin, and Matt's all of a sudden picked up the pace. I don't know what was going on with him earlier on, but yeah, now he's out there and running in the sort of 136s, so same as what a good portion of the field is. But Hugo's still struggling, so, but yeah. I think this is definitely a track that's going to favour like the Mercedes and the BMWs and the McLaren, just because they're all cars that are actually quite drivable, very forgiving over the curbs. And yeah, the Audi, not so much. If you watched our circuit guide around here for the Audi, Jamie talked us through it, and it was missing absolutely every single curb, I think, out there. So important not to get the car out of balance. Noski definitely closing in. There's another battle. There's a few battles starting to form up actually as well. So we've got Daniel Leet as well having a little look for 4th place. Oh, closed. Had an opportunity for a move into the hairpin. Couldn't quite take it. And then further back as well, we've got Kin now closed in on the 7th car, Federico, as well. So, and I'm not quite sure what's happened to Price. Price must have dropped it this lap because he's some 12 seconds back now.
Yeah, he made a mistake out of the first chicane. Just dropped it on the curb, so just had a little, yeah, just caught the grass on the inside there and looped the car at turn 4. So yeah, a bit of an unfortunate moment for Price there, but yeah,
Easily done there. You know,
yeah,
oh, talking about looping it, who was that? I think that was Hugo. Just as we switched camera to Shanovsky on board there, and yeah, just big time moment coming out of the chicane. Let's take a quick look at that back and see what happened. Was it just to get the actual chicane wrong? Just looked like he got on the power coming out of it, and the car just said, absolutely no way am I going to do that. Didn't really make a mistake in the chicane, he just gunned it coming out of there, and back end just got a little bit of wheel spin on the inside left, on the left rear there, and car just came around on him, so yeah, it doesn't look good either as well, tracking a little bit towards the wall. Continues though. He also had a mistake for our 3rd place sitter as well. Jazreen out there. He has, what did he do? It was like a 140 something lap time. I don't know where he made that mistake, but the battle for 2nd place has died right down now, and he's going to have to work his way back up to get on the podium. Definitely still has the pace for it. The last lap he was a 1.5 1.1 seconds quicker than Junior out there as well.
Yeah, Yoli made the mistake out of the 3rd chicane before the hairpin there, so he just went in a little bit too deep and caught the curve on the inside, and yeah, there was no way that he was going to make the left-hander into the final sector. So yeah, he gathers it up and rejoins in 4th place there, just in front of Daniel Leet.
Yeah, Daniel, of course, has moved forward as well. We were sort of keeping an eye on him earlier on to see how he was going to do. So yeah, he's moved up 1 place, and scampered away a bit quick on the quick side as well. I think there's a lot of people making little mistakes out there as well, and we keep missing them as a different battles going on, as our leader puts in a new fastest lap of the race, 133.714, so he is absolutely flying out there right now. But you know as well as I do, Scott, that this is this track is so demanding, and we're not surprised to see people making mistakes, and it looks like we might have just lost Jeffrey Price as well.
Yeah, I just seen that Nurazam in the pits as well, so he's taking an early stop. So, but yeah, as you say, you've got to be 100% on the limit, but you can't. Just that little 1% can send you firing in the wall. So and end your race. So yeah, you've pretty much got to be on the limit all the time. But unfortunately, you just pushing that little bit extra can find that wall and put pay the end of your race.
13.2 seconds stop, not too bad. I think, what are we normally looking at? About 10, 12 seconds, something like that, aren't we? If I remember rightly. 13?
Yeah, it's anywhere from about 12 to about 17. So
Okay.
yeah, fairly average stop for
Too
the
bad.
nearest round.
Have a look what the difference is in straight line speed as we're in 6th and 7th place. The Mercedes versus the McLaren. Mercedes obviously gets good drive off of the off the corner. Here comes the Merc in the slipstream, absolutely flying as well. On the end of the straight, we're looking close to sort of 10 kilometers an hour difference in the speed, so definitely should open it up for a possible overtake. And a little mistake coming through the chicane. Car just gets a little bit unsettled on the inside curb. It's always one that you try and avoid. You tack the right hand curb, but avoid that left one. And car seems to settle back down off of that one nicer. But yeah, all that time gained down that straight lost in one corner. Anything out there catching your eyes, Scott, that things we didn't expect, or
yeah,
silence says no?
yeah, just I didn't expect it to string out this far like this early in the race. So yeah, but I think everyone's just erring on the side of caution. To be honest, still a long race to go. 26 minutes to go, the race, and yeah, we've only had the one driver in the pits at the moment. So to be honest, I'd be expecting everyone to hit around the 60% race distance. So
Our AM Championship leader is having some connection issues out there. Let's hope that he doesn't get dropped off the server. So good opportunity to extend his lead in the championship and get him closer to lifting that trophy. Seems to have settled itself down now. So yeah, squeaky bum moment when you start to see that in your heads up display, isn't it? We see the server sync and that yellow bar or red bar start to go. You're like, oh no.
And then everyone disappear as well if you've got cars around you.
Yeah. Your relative starts to flash. You're like, okay, it's me.
Yep.
Yeah, you've watched this series a little bit longer than I have this season. Know the drivers a little bit better. Anyone out there sort of outperforming where you would expect them to be right now? I mean, obviously, I know again we're short on numbers here, but still an opportunity to get a good drive.
Yeah, definitely. I think Junio Pereira is putting in a great performance today. Currently in P3. 20 seconds behind the leader, but yeah, still a great performance from Junio. But yeah, I think everyone is roughly similar to their pace if there was a full grid. So, but obviously it's hard to say without having the full grid here. So, but yeah, like everyone's still done a great job today, and yeah, I think definitely Junio.
Running quick at the minute. I mean, he's faster than Leonardo out there at the moment. So, and at the end of the day, those two are in the AM Championship together, teammates, of course. So, I dare say they're running on very, very similar sort of setups out there. But yeah, he's reeling him back in at the moment. 0.4 of a second this lap, just gone, and it was about half a second the lap previous. So. He's perhaps being pushed on a little bit by
Yali.
Yali at the moment. So, he's closing in, about 0.3 of a second as well. So trying to recover back that podium position. So yeah, Pereira having a big push.
But yeah, I'm definitely surprised that Kevin's put out this gap as well. He's done a great job as well, especially in the McLaren, a car that I've never had a particular fondness to. But yeah, Kevin doing a really good job.
It's
Currently
still my
14.5
favourite car,
seconds.
you know. It's still my favourite GT car. I love that car. So yeah, I just can't convince anybody else to drive it. With me,
Yeah.
so yeah, we obviously we were the Mercedes last year in the GT Championship, and not sure what we're going to be in. It depends what the balance of performance is when we get to the first round next year. But seems like it's pretty even out there right now as far as the BOP goes. The McLaren still, good on the fast circuits, but not so good in the high downforce ones. So more through tyre wear than anything. As Kint jumps himself into the pits, going to try and see if he can go for a bit of an undercut. Obviously, no one's going to go for fresh tyres here. Just splash of fuel and go.
Yeah, it's quite a cool track temperature. Partly cloudy, 18 degrees ambient with track temperature of 22 degrees. So
Very blowy out
lots and
there
lots of
though.
grip.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
lots
is
of grip,
26
but very
kilometers an
windy.
hour.
So yeah,
Yeah.
crazy.
McKinnon's just had a 21-second stop, so he'll come out behind Nirazan, about 14 seconds behind him. So a bit of a slower stop, possibly for fixing some damage, but yeah, he's out in the way in P9.
Yeah, dropped himself down there, so we'll see if he can work his way back up. He's 14 seconds behind, so that's a huge gap to close in. Hugo into the pits as well. Last of our runners at the moment. But when our lead is going to pit, he's gone through again. We'll just stay on board, I think, for a lap. Where are we? We're not quite going to finish it. I'll tell you what we'll do. We will we'll have an on-board lap with Kevin the next time round, and maybe you can just sort of talk us through it your best you can, Scott.
Yep.
It's a good exit out of that hairpin. Right, over to you, mate.
Okay, so we're just going for an on board alongside Kevin Wang in the McLaren. It's coming up to the final chicane now, the Wall of Champions, spotting the braking point around 300 metres to go. Turning in, taking a bit of curve on the final corner and running it out all the way to Wall of Champions and getting a good exit. Coming across the start-finish line, stay to the right, and then take a bit of the curve on the left-hand side. You don't want to go too wide, just for the radius of the corner, the turn 2. Getting a good exit out of there onto turn 3. Braking at about 150 into the corner, taking a bit of curve, running it out all the way to the outside wall. For turn 5, you want to go as close to the wall as you can, and then for turn 6, you want to take as much of that red and white curve as you can. And then staying to the right and then running outside to for turn 7. For turn 8, it's a bit of a run down under the bridge, just brake before the shade for the bridge, but yeah, getting making a bit squirrely exit out of that chicane there. Down to the hairpin, one of the slowest parts of the track, is braking at about 200 yards before the corner, running it, just getting that late apex there and getting really good drive out of that corner there. For that run down to the final corner, bit of time to spot your braking point there, just making any adjustments if needed. So spotting the braking point roughly about at the 3 board, and then turning in, taking in a bit of curb, and running out wide. So yeah, there's a lap around Montreal as we just see him cross the line, and he's done 33.9.
Yeah, a reasonable lap for him there as well, so it looked good. So he looks in control, didn't look like he's struggling or anything else like that, so yeah, it was all all under control. No wonder why he's built himself up a 19-second lead at this point. Battle for final podium spot is on. We thought that would be the case. Both drivers yet to pit as well, so could still be a twist in this story, even if they change positions. But Pereira just not able to hold on at the minute. As he runs a little bit over the grass, I think you get to avoid a slowdown there, but you can see he really is pushing hard. But just not able to pull away at the moment. Oh, and actually gets a little gets a little punt as well.
Yeah, just looking at the lap times of Yali comparing to Ferrero, yeah, Yali's on average about 0.3 of a second quicker, but yeah, Yali gets past. I think Ferrero just letting him go, noticing that the 81 car is just that little bit quicker. So yeah, so change of position there for the final podium spot.
Yeah, good. I think he wants to hold on to a good, strong result. He knows that that the team has got a good opportunity to become first and second in this amateur, into club and championship. So they don't want to. He doesn't want to give that up, and all he's doing is losing time on his teammate by battling there as well. So yeah, sensible in a way. You always like to see someone put up a little bit of a fight, but with just 2 races left in the championship, of course you don't want to give up a chance to take it all the way to the final round.
So it's just the top 4 left to make their stops. Just got over 16 minutes to go in this race, so cars will be pretty much as light as possible at the moment. So I'm just looking at the leader now. Kevin Wang coming into the into the hairpin. Built up a near 21-second lead, so he's nearly got a free pit stop in terms of gap to second place.
Hearing from Alex and Tobias Cherney, got themselves all mixed up with the times today. Summertime change for them, and as well the hour change in the series meant they were somewhat 2 hours out. So I'm sure they'll be back for the next one. Kevin, another new fastest lap as we were watching him there as well, 1:33.506. So tyres not going off at all in that McLaren right now, and that's all really helps due to the fact that we've got this sort of I believe it's late afternoon conditions that they're running in, as well as the fairly cool track temperature as well, and ambient temp, so can push pretty much all race long at the minute.
Yeah, I think it was morning time of day. So, but yeah, it's difference between morning and late afternoon in terms of track temperatures pretty much identical. So, but in saying that though, it'll be cooler in the morning rather than all of the track being heated up during the day and then just having that hot track temperature in the late afternoon.
They're just lapping some of the drivers now. Just 14 minutes left of this race to go. Time ticking away. And the field actually after the pit stops has pretty much spread right apart now. Pereira having some issues. Back marker in his way. He's through. But yeah, not what you want to see.
and Wang in the pits as well. So leaders in.
Take a quick look, see what he does with his stop. Quickest stop so far today, according to my timing screen, is 13.2 seconds. Let's see if he can beat that. Was indeed 12.6 as well, so he gets everything right today. Does our leader?
Yeah, having a faultless performance at the moment. So yeah, we'll just see if he can crank out another fastest lap, or whether he just decides to conserve the lead that he already has at the moment. He has dropped it down to second at the moment, but that's only due to the pit stop phase. So we'll just have to see when Leonardo Lopez de Oliveira decides to pit.
Yeah, I was going to say exactly the same thing actually, that he's lost the lead, but his quickest pit stop time has been beaten. 11.6 seconds now, so Ali needed a good one just to make sure he maintained his third place. No speeding or anything going on there, so yeah, straightforward. I don't think he's got anything to close in on the back of Leonardo, unfortunately. By the end of this, that mistake that he made fairly early on in the race is going to cost him any chance of second here, but still a good drive. We've got a little over 11 minutes to go. We have to obviously declare who we want to be driver of the day. Tricky one in when we've got a small grid. Usually what we look for is either it's one of two things really, I think, isn't it? So pure domination. So I guess we could give that to Kevin, and someone who makes a great drive from the back, or someone who we don't expect to see up there. So, and right now I think you can only give it to one man.
Yeah, to be honest, I think I'm going to give it to Junior Pereira. So
okay.
he's sort of
maybe not then. I said you give it to one man, but not the man I would pick. So
that's fair enough. But yeah, just watching Junio improve over the season. So yeah, he's done a really good job in P3 at the moment. But currently in the pits at the moment, so he might drop down to P4.
Yeah, he has done indeed. Slightly longer stop as well for him, 13.6 seconds. He's away. It's going to be in the middle of no man's land. No one really around him at all. So he can just go about these last 10 minutes or so of the race and just bring it home. And still a strong result. So
yeah,
his championship rival and his teammate, of course, just stretching away a little bit more going into that final race.
So yeah, it'll be another 5 points in terms of the championship lead that Leonardo will gain over Junio, but yeah, mathematically, I think Junio still has a chance at the win. But yeah, it's going to be very, very difficult for Junio to close up the gap. I think there's only going to be 1 point. So it's going to be 39 points. The gap after this race, and there's a maximum of 40 on offer for a win in the Clubman Series.
Yeah, so really tough to do it. You need a DNF almost straight away from his teammates, who he scores no points whatsoever. So yeah, very, very tricky to do that. But yeah, you never know. Shinovsky pits, so he makes it the last of our runners out there to put it into the box. 11.5 seconds for him. So the honours of fastest pit stop of the day goes his way. Right, what we have got right now, Scott, is a massive spread. Everyone is absolutely miles apart from everybody else right now. So just want to, while we're just sort of having a little scout through, seeing what everybody's doing. Where are we next week?
We are at Silverstone Historic.
There was some historic. So yeah, great circuit. Obviously, lot of high-speed corners, and well, lots of high-speed corners actually with the historics. So the 2 chicanes basically taken out of it. So do love that circuit, and I think going to be a good Audi track, and also a good track for the BMWs as well with the high-speed corners. But it's going to struggle to overtake down like Hanger Straight. Should be a good fun week though, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I also think that the McLarens might struggle a little bit just with their rear tyre wear and the fast direction changes.
Yeah.
But yeah, it should be a good one. I enjoy Silverstone quite a lot, whether it be in GT3 in the past or open wheelers. So yeah, it should be a good one for the final race of the series.
Yeah, and of course up in just about 45 minutes from now we are round 3 from the same location as well. So we're going to Silverstone, so getting ahead of ourselves. And that is of the iRacing Road Pro Series as well. Myself, Adam Barth and Andrew Woodhouse will be in the box for that one. Head on over to the iRacing YouTube channel or iRacing Live to watch that one. That'll be a great event. Huge grid, lots of McLarens screaming around there. So expecting sort of somewhere about 30 to 35 cars on the grid. Should be a fun race. So round 3, plenty of time for drivers still to get their position. 10 World Championship license up for grabs, of course, and 10 Pro licenses as well, which means they can qualify for the grid a bit later on in the season. Thinking what else we've got on tonight as well. It's the Kia World Series, I believe, tonight. That's at Sam, you can probably drop me the time in the chat just so I don't get it completely wrong. I'm bound to get it an hour out or something like that. But yeah, that's on tonight, as well as tomorrow we have got the IMSA iRacing Official Series, and that's at 16:40 GMT, and then it's the Kia Club Series as well on Sunday night, and I believe that is on at about I want to say that one's about 7 o'clock GMT our time. So again, the 7 or 8 o'clock. So don't have the schedule in front of me. So, but lots of stuff coming up this weekend anyway on Pix Racing TV, and don't forget to obviously subscribe to the channel, because we're obviously pushing out those weekly track guides. And last night we did a 3-hour long setup tutorial video in the Mercedes AMG GT3, so do go and check that out as well. I'll be doing a few more of those. Myself and Andrew did a big Q&A session. Right, we've got absolutely no fights out there whatsoever, so we can try and make this as exciting as we can, but it's pretty impossible for us to do. So just a case of just watching the leaders really just finish up this race, try and make no mistakes, and yeah, pick up their podiums, and the rest of the field there obviously going to be some decent points, because those that are running well, not entirely in top 10. Hugo's still out there, but really suffering now. Down in 11th place.
Yeah, it should be about 3 laps to go, not including this one. So yeah, we've got about just under 5 minutes to go. So yeah, gap between first and second place at the moment is nearing 32 seconds, and then P3 is a further 5 seconds back from P2.
Having a quick look at the championship tables just to see if there's any other important results out there as well. So Daniel Leitz, of course, going to jump Alex Paul to get into 3rd place as well. So I think he's going to be too far behind to do anything as far as the championship goes, going into the final round. Possibly could get 2nd. We literally have just got Kevin, haven't we, in the Pro-Am standings here, I think. I don't think we've got anybody else out there racing, so Matt Shinovsky down in 10th place there as well. So
and Yazrin in 18th, but unfortunately mathematically out of the running for the championship.
yeah, Winkelmann missed the final the final 2 races as well, and I get the feeling he'll miss that last race too because he'll be committed with like, I'm pretty sure some Blancpain series. Although I do think that might be in an off week next week. Might be wrong.
Because I thought the first 2 races were back to back and then 2 weeks after. But unlike the F1 and NASCAR Pro Series, they're every week. So a bit of time to prepare for the next one. But obviously, Blancpain Endurance Series is quite a tough series to gain those pro licenses.
Yeah, they've got a couple of weeks, so Winkelmann possibly could come back in the final race and see if he can snatch that title and the lead back off of Kevin. So yeah, next Blancpain race is not until the 3rd of December, so got a little while away for that one. And then after that, I think they're at 17th, and it's a break for Christmas and New Year, and then they're back at Spa. So. Just on board with Daniel Lee at the moment, and roaming around, seeing who's out there. 2.1 seconds is the closest battle. That's 5th and 6th, so really is not a lot going on there. So apologies, just bringing it home right now. Is everyone? We always love a good battle right up until the end, but it doesn't always happen, especially when there's a big clash of events. So who would be a league administrator right now as well, Scott? And I do apologise, that's the second time I've cut you off.
That's alright. Yeah, so I was just going to say that it'd be interesting to see whether Neurozoom can close up to late on the 2 laps to go. 9/10 of a second he closed up last lap to lead, so I think it was about 2 laps to go, including this one, so just under a minute to go in the race.
And Neurozoom seemed to have kept his tyres intact a lot more. Really struggling out there, so like you say, huge difference in time. So he's going to get close. Where is Kevin? So Kevin's coming through the start-finish line now. So yeah, definitely going to be another lap to go for those guys. So got a lap and a half to get this this done as Neurozoom. So keep an eye on this. Nothing worse, I think, is there when you're a driver, then sort of held onto this sort of top 5 position for the race, and then with 1 lap to go, someone starts to give you a bit of pressure from behind. That final lap, all you want to do is just take it easy and not make a mistake. But when you've got someone quick behind you trying to get the place, you've absolutely got to nail it. It's even worse.
Yeah. Yeah, Lee's just trying to break the draft there, but Neurozoom currently 8/10 back, but yeah, makes a fair chunk of that time under braking. Yeah, we'll just see what the time is across the line. Looks visibly closer as well, so
0.6 of a second, so it's going to be close.
Yeah.
Where's our leader? He's coming around the hairpin as well, so he's just got 1 more time through the final chicane. Hopefully he won't hit the wall of champions, and he will be victorious here today. He's got a back marker in the way. Does he want to do another lap or not? I think he does. So Kevin give him the opportunity to slow down and let him go by, but as it is, comes through the final corner, takes victory, just absolutely smashed everybody out there today. Going to end up at about 34 seconds is the margin, so amazing job from him. What's going on in this battle further back, Scott?
Yeah, Nurazam's closed up another 2/10 at least, coming up into the hairpin now, so it'd be a massive dive from Nurazam to gain the place, but it looks as though Late's gonna. Oh, there was a big dive from Nurazam there, but they're both of them getting good drives out of the hairpin there, so Nurazam in the draft there, but I think Late's gonna have to defend quite hard to.
Oh, he lifted. He lifted. Obviously, going to be
Yes.
nice. No, final lap. Oh, he has a little look. Why did he lift? He had the run and then dives into the chicane. They go too wide and spin. Oh, that was a mess. Do not claim the victory that way. Oh, he does as well. That's poor. Daniel Lee's going to reverse it up as well. I think he will get across in 6, no problem. Put his reverse lights on. Wave to the crowd on the way past Daniel. Yeah, instant celebrity. Angry Bird Racing. And there he is, crossing the finish line in back reverse. Does a little J-turn for us. Oh, and then hits the wall. Not quite. I just don't know why when there was lifted to the straight, could have got well and truly alongside of him and made that final chicane, an easy overtake position there. He, really caused that incident by not sort of committing to the overtake.
Yeah, there was a little bit of space on the inside there. Dan left, but yeah, you've really got to commit right before the kink there, just to make sure that that the driver in front can commit to a line, and then you pick another line to try and make the overtake either around the outside or on the inside. So yeah, a bit of an unfortunate mistake there.
These things happen, I suppose. The admins will take a look at that, no doubt, and make a call on that. Right, take us through the final results, Scott. We'll have a quick chat with Kevin as he's jumped in as well, and then we'll call it a day.
Not a problem. So yeah, taking the win today is Kevin Wang. Dominant performance from him today in P2. Leonardo Lopez de Oliveira, 33 seconds behind our winner. P3 Yasmin Yali. P4 Junio Ferreira. Running out the top 5 is Ahmad Nurazam. P6 Daniel Leet. Federico Texeria in P7. In there in P8 Matt Shinosky, P9, and running at the top 10 Simon Jorge Sanchez. And finishing 2 laps down was Hugo Silva Jr. and our retirees Jeffrey Price and Adam Nutri not taking the start.
Thanks very much for that, mate. Right, we are joined by our race winner as well. Took it in dominant fashion here today at Montreal. Kevin, congratulations first up. Yeah, you looked like that was going to be a fairly easy day for you in practice and qualifying, way out on the timing sheet, and then just got the lead and just disappeared.
Yeah, that's how I saw it. It was a very uneventful race for me. It was the participation. A lot of the big guys didn't join. I was surprised. So the car was amazing. I've never driven such a good handling car. It's so easy to drive. I don't know. I just got lucky with the setup. The whole race, I was just telling myself, this is so fast and so easy to drive. I wish some of the other guys, like a little, I don't want to say these guys are too slow or anything, but the big guys that we know, like Anthony Winkleman and stuff like that, would have been nice to see what my benchmark for today, how I stacked up against those guys.
Yeah, it's tough, of course, because there's so many different Pro Series going on right now, splitting everybody's focus, and sometimes the leagues take a back seat to those. Yeah,
it's unfortunate, but not much you can do. It's hard to compete against the Pro Series with a league like this. Mark tries, but the incentives are not as big.
Yeah, indeed. And of course, you take the lead, I think, now in the championship with that result as well. So there is no result, there is no Pro Series next week. So Winkleman could be back, so you could have a final race showdown between the pair of you.
I hope not, because I think it's Silverstone. I think next week, right?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, that's like the worst track for the McLaren. That's absolutely worst. So I hope not. Like even if, like I can only the last time I think I raced Winkleman for like a real position without him having problems was at Monza, and I was driving the McLaren, he was driving the BMW. So you can kind of tell that there's a small skill gap between him and me, to put it gently.
Well, I wish you all the best of luck in that one. While you're here in the booth, do you want to give a quick shout out to anyone?
Yeah, I'd like to thank, as always, Mark. He puts a lot of time into the series. He just moves houses, so he's been super busy. He hasn't even been able to attend the races, but he still puts in the time to get the points, everything, and all the race hosting things set up and all the back end stuff. So yeah, thanks to him, and thanks to all the guys that are still in this series. I mean, there's a lot of guys, especially this season, where we don't have separate clubmen and pro series, so I can imagine the guys, further back on the grid don't get any coverage, but they still put in their practice time, and then they work hard to do it. Without those guys, these races would not be the same. It's not anyone's fault. It's just the broadcast tends to come to focus on the leaders. That's in every series.
Yeah. Awesome stuff, mate. Thanks very much. Enjoy your win. Enjoy your weekend, and yeah, we'll catch you next week.
Thanks. See you guys next week.
Well, Scott, that's about it. Yeah, just wrap up the show for us. Give us your closing thoughts. Your or our driver of the day. I'll let you take the pick, because I know Mark always wants one from us.
Yep. Okay, so yeah, as I said earlier, I think Junio Pereira's done a pretty decent job today. Really showing his hand today, maintaining that second place in the championship. But unfortunately, yeah, bit of a tough ask for him to close up to the lead in the championship. But yeah, absolutely dominating performance from Kevin as well. So yeah, as we head into the final round of SimRacers Asia GT3 Series, which is at Silverstone next week, starting at 12 GMT next week. So I'm definitely looking forward to that one, and hopefully we'll see you all there for the next race.
Cool. All right. Thanks, mate. See you, everyone. We'll be back in about a half hour's time with the Pro Series. See you then.